following this live stream. Thanks a lot for being with us here at the Spanish Pod 101.com. I'm very happy to see you here. And well, let's start with this nice topic and let's start learning Spanish together. Okay, so you would do me a quick you would do me a big favor if you guys just share this video, if you like it, if you if you if you share it with other people. So okay, so let's start with this. I would like to show you the next slide, and I would like to let you know that we have a huge discount this very week, and it's super nice, and it is about the 51% off in all of our plans: basic, premium plus at SpanishPod101.com. Okay, so thanks a lot for joining me here. Well, let's start this topic with the first topic. And well, so I want to ask you, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie? So how do you say that in Spanish? How do you say that? ¿Cuál es tu película mexicana favorita? ¿Cuál es tu película mexicana favorita? What's your favorite Mexican movie? So you can say, me gusta mucho, plus the title. I like a lot, and the title. Huh? So that's how you would answer this question. But please, write me in the comments, ¿cuál es tu película mexicana favorita? Maybe you already watched one movie, and maybe you thought it was Mexican, and it wasn't, and turns out it wasn't. Or maybe, yes, you didn't think it was Mexican. What about the example of El Laberinto del Fauno, right? So it is with with Spanish actors, and the director is Mexican and half Spanish. So there you have a combination of both. And there are other projects that are a combination of two countries. There is this example that I forgot the name of. Nunca Brutas. There is one show with the word brutas. De Brutas Nada. And it is, that's the name. De Brutas Nada. And that's the combination between Colombian actors and Mexican actors in the same series. So you have a great combination of both. But guys, tell me right there in the comments, do you have any favorite Mexican movies? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so I have an example here. Me gusta mucho Nosotros los Nobles. Me gusta mucho Nosotros los Nobles. I like a lot Nosotros los Nobles. But also you can also answer this question with this phrase. Mi película favorita es Ya no estoy aquí. Ya no estoy aquí. So it's about one guy who runs from Monterrey, from the Cerro de la Campana, very famous, by the way. It's in many movies, in many series, and he goes to the US, and you see how his culture changes, his way to live changes a lot, and he's trying to adapt once again to this new place. Okay, so you have over there a good example, a really good movie. I liked it. It's not like other movies that you are used to, but it's really good. I really like it. Okay, Let's go to the next topic. How to talk about movies. How to talk about movies. So, let's start with this phrase. Quiero ver la de. I want to see plus the title. Quiero ver la de. I want to see plus the title, no? And there you have. I want to see. Quiero ver la de Encanto. So maybe you are asking why la. And it is not because Encanto is feminine. Actually, Encanto is masculine. But when we mention la, we are talking about la película, la película. That's why we have that article, la de Encanto. Ok, la de Encanto. Bien, aquí vamos a la siguiente. Vamos a la siguiente. Y la siguiente es, ya vi la de plus el título. Ya vi la de plus el título. I saw title. Ya vi la de El laberinto del fauno. Me encantó. Me encantó. And by the way, we have here a comment of Marshall. Says, me gustó. We just need to change that I to an I. Me gustó El laberinto del fauno. Conocí al director. ¡Ah! ¡Qué celos! ¿Conociste a Guillermo del Toro? You met Guillermo del Toro. I'm so jealous now. Like I'm super jealous, and well, congratulations for you, Marshall. That's really awesome. Okay, let's go back to the presentation, and then you have this grammar structure. No me gustó la de. No me gustó la de. Okay. So, yeah. Sometimes you don't really like one movie, and you have to express, and you have also to mention that. I didn't like plus the title. No me gustó la de Roma. I didn't like Roma. Well, that's just an example, because Roma, this movie that was named after a famous neighborhood in Mexico City. In Mexico City, we have Roma Norte and Roma Sur, and well, there you can see No me gustó. There you can see the neighborhood Roma, which is really nice. And it was named after the neighborhood, not after the city in Italy. Okay, let's go to the next one. Vocabulary related to movies. Vocabulary related to movies. So, what words do we have? Tenemos la palabra película. Película. También género, genre, género y terror. Terror, which is horror. Just a quick note, if you say horror, they will understand you instantly. Horror. If you say horror, they will understand you. It's just that it's more common to say terror than horror. Terror. Or horror. Ok. Bien, ahora la siguiente. Acción. Acción. Comedia. Comedia. Y romance. 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 ¿Cuál es tu género de películas favorito? ¿Cuál es tu género de películas favorito? Let me know what is your favorite favorite genre of movies. I would like to know. Okay, and then we have ciencia ficción. Ciencia ficción for sci-fi. And don't forget about this useful vocabulary, ciencia ficción, because I get asked lots of times, how do you say sci-fi? Ciencia ficción. Oh, that's right. So for advanced, beginners, everyone asks that one. So learn it. And for thriller, suspenso. Suspenso. And we also have misterio. Misterio. Misterio for mystery. Okay, and I prepared a few phrases, guys, that you will find useful. You just need to change this vocabulary for the one you will need, for the genre you prefer. And it is, for example, la verdad, me gustan más las películas de suspenso que las de terror. Honestly, I like suspense movies more than horror movies. La verdad, me gustan más las películas de suspenso que las de terror. Okay. So you can change it. La verdad, me gustan más las películas de comedia que las de romance. So there you have a really useful structure. And by the way, la verdad is better translated as honestly. And only verdad as a question could mean right. Verdad, right? Okay. So there you have some examples, and let's go to the next one. Okay. So my next one is, no me gustan mucho las películas de acción. No me gustan mucho las películas de acción. And you can change that again. No me gustan mucho las películas de suspenso. No me gustan mucho las películas de... No me gustan mucho las películas de terror. Which, if I can be honest, I don't really like horror movies. No me gustan mucho las películas de terror. I actually like more suspenso. La verdad, me gustan más las películas de suspenso. ¿Y a ti? ¿Qué tipo de películas te gustan? ¿Qué género de películas te gustan? Okay, so I want to remind you guys that you can get a huge discount this week, because this week we are offering 51% off on our plans, Basic, Premium, and Premium Plus. So all you need to get this discount is to click in the link down there, and it is for a limited time. So get it now, don't think more. If you're trying to learn Spanish, learn with us, join this beautiful community right now. And why not start right now? There is not such thing as too early, too late. No, it's always the right time. The right time is today, right now. So start learning with us. And well, let's go to the next topic. Y bueno, el siguiente tema que tenemos son pros and cons of pros and cons of learning Spanish with Mexican movies. ¿Cuáles son las ventajas y las desventajas? Should you even use movies as a learning resource? Should you even use it as a resource? Is it useful? Okay, so let's start with the ventajas. Vamos a empezar con los pros. Let's start with pros. Empecemos con las ventajas. Ventajas pros. Y una de estas ventajas es que las películas son divertidas de ver. Las películas son divertidas de ver. They are fun to watch. They are really good to watch. And see, that's true. It's easy to learn on one hand because they are fun to watch. That's true. That's why we watch them. Okay, so on the other hand, we have another ventaja. Another pros. Una buena manera de sumergirse y exponerse al español. They are a good way to immerse and expose yourself to Spanish. Son una buena manera de exponerte y sumergirte en el español. That's true. Because also they are all spoken in one language, in Spanish, in Spanish this time. And also you will find tons of phrases that you wouldn't find in a textbook, for example. They are usually like real Spanish. So they are a good source for real Spanish, for real Mexican Spanish. Ok, pero ¿cuáles son las desventajas entonces? ¿Cuáles son las desventajas? What are the cons of this? Ok. Una desventaja es que es una forma de aprender muy pasiva. It's a very passive way of learning. Es muy pasivo. Solo estás consumiendo. You're just consuming. You're not producing language, usually. Ok, eso es una desventaja. Y bueno, a ver, ahora, también a veces es muy avanzado. Sometimes it is very advanced, es muy avanzado. Entiendes 2 o 3 palabras y te pierdes del resto. A veces es muy avanzado, entiendes 2 o 3 palabras y te pierdes del resto. Sometimes they speak so fast that you only get vale, chido, okay. No? And then you miss the rest. Sometimes it happens. Okay, but I have some tips for you. So don't get discouraged. There are some tips. Ok, tengo algunos tips. Y vamos al siguiente tema. How to learn with Mexican movies. First of all, I would like to read this comment from Easy the Great. No puedo ver películas de terror solo. Creo que yo tampoco puedo ver películas de terror solo. Son muy atemorizantes. Me dan miedo. Me dan mucho miedo las películas de terror. Incluso cuando no son buenas películas. Even when they are not good movies, I'm scared. And I don't want to watch them. Unless they are super bad movies. Then I can watch them and be like, oh, come on. But otherwise, no. And by the way, I have watched this La Noche del Demonio. But I forgot the name in English. But in Spanish, it is La Noche del Demonio. And Siniestro. Muy buena película. Porque es muy psicológico para mí. Pienso que es muy psicológico, entonces sí está fácil asustarte. Ok, vamos de regreso y aquí tengo algunos consejos. Let's go back and here I have some tips for you on this topic. How to learn with Mexican movies. ¿Cómo aprender con películas mexicanas? Y mi primer consejo es ve la película una y otra vez. Watch the movie or watch the same movie over and over again. Watch the movie again and again. Ve la película una y otra vez. I don't know if you used to watch when you were a child. You used to watch one movie all the time, one Disney movie. For example, I used to watch Dinosaurs. I used to watch Bugs. I used to watch Toy Story. And I knew some phrases, some whole scenes, I knew them. So that's the same tip I'm giving you. Go back to that stage of your life where you used to watch one movie over and over again until you learn whole scenes. So when you learn whole scenes, you will be able to produce Spanish. And that's actually how I learned part of my English. I really know one part of this movie, A Stupid Crazy Love, like when Hannah Banana is with this guy and she's like, seriously, you look like you're photoshopped. Well, I learned that phrase with this movie. During the first year when I was starting learning English, I was learning with that movie over and over again. For example, I also learned how to pronounce the number 9. This girl was like, well, the ex-wife was talking to her ex-husband, and she's like, oh, I have been with this number of people. And she's like, 9. Okay, so that's how I learned how to pronounce that number. So I encourage you guys to watch and rewatch over and over again one movie. Okay, so my next advice, my next tip is: escoge un personaje favorito y sigue lo que dicen. Escoge un personaje favorito y sigue lo que dicen. Pick a favorite character. By the way, personaje is character, no carácter. No, personaje para character. And shadow what they say. Okay, repeat what they say. Try to learn how they say it. For example, in this movie, it was very easy to learn how they would pronounce it because she repeated again and again that word. 9. Okay. So, there you go. Bien. Quiero seguir. Vamos al siguiente. Let's go to the next one. Y el siguiente es: anota las palabras nuevas y las frases cada que las vuelves a ver. Anota palabras nuevas y frases nuevas cada que la vuelves a ver. So, write down new words and phrases every time you rewatch. Every time you rewatch, guys, write new phrases. Learn how to pronounce that word. That it's difficult. Repeat that scene, right? Ok. Y bien, mi siguiente. De hecho, puedes aprender así con SpanishPod101.com. Actually, you can learn like that with SpanishPod101.com. Okay. So you can... Why you can learn like that with SpanishPod101.com? All you need is to press play on a lesson and follow it along. Read along with the transcript and the translations, because in SpanishPod101.com we are giving you transcriptions and the translation if you need it. But you can rewatch that episode and it turns to be very, very small. So actually you have a conversation that you can follow, that you can shadow in a very easy way. So since we have some material aimed for you to learn, that you can shadow, that you can read if you need, you can learn like I did with movies, or also like you have been doing it with movies. You can learn at the SpanishPod101.com like that, as easy as that. So, well, we have prepared many real conversations in our site, so go and check it now, and we'll start speaking by shadowing the conversation. It sounds very easy because it is actually very easy to learn it with that. All you need is to shadow, repeat, rewatch, re-listen, and shadow, write new words. But the point is that you end up producing Spanish with us. Okay. Bien. Vamos a la siguiente. And, well, yeah. So you just need to press play on a lesson and follow along. You can read along the transcript and the translations, just like I just said, and you can start speaking by shadowing, just right away. Bien. So I would like to read very fast some comments that I have here. Kicking Hihao. I'm not good enough to understand without subtitles because they sometimes speak so fast or kind of mumble. Yeah, that's true. Eso es cierto que a veces pasa, pero con el tiempo empiezas a escuchar más fácil. So with time you start learning and listening easier. It's like your brain gets used to this new language, so you don't get confused with words anymore, or maybe with some, but not as much as you would do in the past. So yeah, it's just about practice, release and rewatch. You know what? They speak fast, but you can actually understand better if you would rewatch a lot of times. I know it sounds kind of silly just to say, oh, rewatch, but it's true. You now expect what word you have to hear next. And actually, let's be honest, la verdad es que algunas frases funcionan así. Some phrases work like that. Oh, me gustó mucho la... Oh, he will say película. Me gustó mucho la película. That's a silly example. But usually it's that how it works. Oh, la verdad, a mí me... Then you're expecting to hear the verb gustar in any of the conjugations. La verdad, a mí me... sorry. La verdad, a mí me gusta la película. La verdad, a mí me gustó la película. So, when you rewatch, even in real life, you can move all of these learnings to language. Well, you kind of expect the new words. Sorry, you kind of expect what they are going to say next. So it will be easier to understand. I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but well, I also find a lot of times the subs don't actually match the dialogue word for word. Yep. Exactly. That's what happens sometimes. The person who does the transcription with the subtitles is a different one that gave the transcripts when it is dubbed to Spanish, or when it is spoken in the outline. I don't know. It's they are different. I know it happens to me. Bien. Earl World pregunta, ¿qué películas recomiendas? ¿Qué películas recomiendas? Ok. Yo recomiendo, número 1, Nosotros los Nobles. Nosotros los Nobles. Número 2, bueno, Nosotros los Nobles because it's super funny. It's super funny to watch. And if your goal is to learn, it's just easy to watch. It's just easy to understand sometimes. Other times they speak super fast, but my point is that it is easy to watch. So you don't really feel like you're watching it just to learn. And second, the other movie that I recommend would be Ya no estoy aquí. Ya no estoy aquí, of course. It's really nice. But if you're a beginner, si tú eres principiante, I really recommend you to watch Disney movies. So just start with Disney movies that you know, and you change it to Spanish language. You watch them dubbed in Spanish, or watch Coco. The characters, the voice of the characters in Spanish were real Mexicans, so you will hear everything. That movie, as well as Encanto, all of them were Colombians. So there you go. That's my recommendation. Keijin, hola, change time. Keijin, tuvimos algunos problemitas. We had little problems and we had to. Pero regresamos a nuestro horario normal la siguiente semana. We will go back to our previous and normal schedule next week. Okay. Gracias por preguntar. Thank you for asking. And let's finish with this topic. Vamos a terminar con esto. Vamos al summary. Let's go to the resumen. And okay. Vamos al resumen. ¿Cuál es tu película favorita? What's your favorite movie? And I told you how to answer to this question. ¿Cuál es tu película favorita? Me gusta Coco. Mi película favorita es Coco. Ok. También vimos how to talk about movies. Cómo hablar de las películas. Well, we learned that how to talk about movies. Ok. También hablamos de esto. Ya vi la de I saw Coco. Ya vi la de Coco. Ya vi la de Roma. And also no me gustó. No me gustó la de Tu mamá también. I didn't like Tu mamá también movie. I didn't like that one. No me gustó la de Tu mamá también. But what if you want to watch it? Quiero ver la de Black Panther 2. Quiero ver la de Pantera Negra 2, where we have Kukulkan, this super cool Mayan god. I really like it. Namor, well, in the movie is Namor, but yeah, quiero ver la de Black Panther. Bien. Y por último, pros and cons, pros and cons of learning with Mexican movies. Ventajas y desventajas de aprender con películas mexicanas. Ok, so ventajas son divertidas de ver, they are fun to watch. Ventajas, te sumerges en el idioma, you have an immersion in the language. But desventajas, hablan muy rápido, they speak too fast and you only catch 3 or 4 words. And then I gave you some tips, algunos consejos. How to learn with Mexican movies, cómo aprender con películas mexicanas. Well, you learn with, I told you, repeat, rewatch, and rewatch, just like when you were a child. As I told you, when I was a child, I learned all the scenes. And when I was learning English, that's how I learned part of my language, with learning scenes. And I told you, for example, I know some lines of this movie, Stupid Crazy Love, and that's how I learned how to pronounce some words. That's how I learned some phrases. Yeah. So we had some tips about it. Shadow a character, sigue a un personaje, repite lo que él dice. And we talked that we also have these resources at SpanishPod101.com where you can shadow the conversations, repeat them, and read the transcript if you need it, and some more that you can do there. And writing exams, we also have them, very useful, by the way. Okay. And well, next week's topic is what's happening in December in Mexico. ¿Qué va a pasar en diciembre en México? Okay. So, well, guys, ¿qué va a pasar en diciembre en México? It's a surprise. There are many things that are happening during December. Día de Muertos, it's not the last important thing that is happening in Mexico. We have more surprises. And I will tell you next week, 1st of December. So thank you guys for watching this live stream. Muchas gracias. Y bueno, quiero decir adiós. I want to say goodbye and read some comments. And well, muchas gracias por estar aquí. Thanks a lot to Marshall for your support and all the support of Innovative Languages. Thank you guys. And well, AC the Great, muchas gracias. Kicking He Ha. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. Earl Ward, muchas gracias. Keijin, gracias. Smen, me encanta el infierno. La película, me encanta la de El infierno. Yeah, really nice movie. So, Sman, nos vemos. Muchas gracias a todos y hasta pronto. Chao, chao.